This summer, an international phenomenon came to Tampa Bay. It's called Comic-Con, and literacy is at its inner core. Let's find out more.
This is Danielle Campbell here at the Tampa Convention Center for one of the largest celebrations of fictional characters from our pop culture here at Comic-Con. This event takes people watching to the next level. The 3 days are jam-packed with activities for just about any area of interest. Gaming, acting, and of course, literary discussion. And the costumes are out of this world. So who are you today?
Iron Venom.
What was that?
Iron Venom.
Oh, and what brings you to Comic-Con?
Well, the joy of comics. You know, I love the movies, love everything about Marvel.
Do you find that comics might inspire? I see you have two little ones here with reading and writing and a love for reading and writing.
Absolutely. There's a lot of things that, you know, comic books can bring to the world. You know, you can, there's a lot of creativity in it, so I think you can do a lot of things with it, for sure.
So tell me, who are you today?
I'm a Dalek from Doctor Who.
Excellent. I love your costume. You are obviously a fan of Doctor Who and this character. Can you tell me how your love of this character or the comics or the story has contributed to your love of reading and writing?
Well, writing-wise, I've been starting to write my own books little by little. And reading, I love reading in general. It's just made me want to read more and more, honestly.
I think that it contributes a lot to reading and writing in all aspects, because anyone that comes to the conventions is obviously very passionate about something, whether it's reading or writing or video games or anything from literature. And I think that if you have enough time and effort to put in, like, with the passions that you have, I think it's a really good homage to the people that have originally worked on the things, because you're telling them and showing them that you love it because you want to become it.
One of the headliners here today at Comic-Con is the original Princess Leia-Carrie Fisher. And there is no shortage of Star Wars fans here today. So how do you think the fame of Star Wars has influenced literacy for children and adults across the nation?
I mean, Star Wars is like just an icon in movies and stuff, and like kids or parents who saw it as kids will take their kids to see it, and then their kids will take their kids, and hopefully it'll just keep going. Now that I've seen all the movies, I want to go back and read the books to see what I missed. Like during the whole Clone Wars, the movies did a good job on the Clone Wars, but there's so much more in the books, and there's so much more pre-Star Wars and post-Star Wars. And yeah, I want to go read all the books now.
What makes you love Star Wars?
Well, I love the action, but also because I'm just intrigued by the story.
There are many celebrities here at Comic-Con, and our very own Dave Cook had some time to talk with one who actually has Pinellas County roots.
This was no ordinary ceiling tile, Jerry.
Okay.
This was the ceiling tile.
So Ghost, we meet again.
His voice is unmistakable to animation fans. Actor George Lowe is the voice of legendary action hero Space Ghost. His way to stardom all started in Pinellas County schools.
George, talk to me about how this whole thing has evolved for you.
It's crazy. I was always the guy in class who, you know, was cutting up and making jokes and being a complete knucklehead. But at 13, my voice kind of came crashing in. It was a dramatic thing. It was like, hey, Mom, what's for supper? You know, and it just came booming in. And some friends in high school shoved me in a radio station in Clearwater at I was maybe 13 and a half. And this is back when a lot of the radio guys just got the huge kick out of stuff like that. They sat me down, they put on tape, they handed me wire copy. By 15, I was on the air in Brooksville, Florida. And unlike a lot of people who just go, oh, this is really awful, this is hard. I mean, I must have a thick head or something, because I just kept going. I love Florida, I live in Florida, my home's in Lakeland.
Talk about Pinellas County. And you went
grew up. Yeah, grew up Belcher and Oak Grove Middle School, and then I ended up at Clearwater High, and it was awesome. I had a ball at Clearwater High. The theater guy was always going, you really need to be in my class. He was like a fiddler crab. Every time I saw him, hey, you need to be, come on, be in the acting class, come on. I didn't want to do acting. I was one of the band guys.
Yeah. I had never done a movie
I did the opening scene and I did the closing scene of Radio Land Motors. Have to be able to do what we do and go and be funny and have references that you can make people laugh with and construct jokes on the fly, which for me has become my lifeblood in a studio. You know, it's one thing, as Billy and Tom said, you got to read what's there. But some shows are a free-for-all, like us, Space Ghost Coast to Coast. It was a free-for-all. It was a complete madhouse. They were all about, yeah, do it the way they wrote it, but then, yeah, give me what you're thinking. Yeah, you could put your own thing in it and season it any way you wanted, but you have to be able to read. And if you can't synthesize other referential kind of things, you know, oh, I got this joke, but, you know, I had to read J.D. Salinger to make sense of putting it in like a Dr. Seuss kind of genre, so you're rhyming Holden Caulfield all of a sudden. Right. You know, you've got to be able to synthesize other things to make a good comedic reference. Right. I know that's a lot for, what grade is this? K through 12. It's a lot to ingest, kids, but, you know, the more you read, the better.
That sentiment is echoed by all the actors attending Comic-Con, and you really can't anticipate what's to come without going back to the future. I caught up with one of the stars of that classic, Lea Thompson.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, I hear the line is around the block, like people aren't even in here yet. So I'm really excited. I love Tampa. I mean, I think it's great when kids are excited about something other than something that's going to get them in trouble. So I love to see people out here celebrating whatever they're passionate about.
Thanks, Dave and Danielle. That's our show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.